Hey everyone, Warblazer here with a review of Splinter Conviction for Xbox 360. You play as Sam Fisher, the alpha dog of elite stealth agents known as Splinter. Sam is a veteran badass who has saved America many times, and in some cases the world. After the events of Double Agent, where Sam had to sacrifice his best friend in the line of duty, and then was later betrayed by his former employee, Sam has become a quite pissed and untrusting man. Gone off the map for a few years after Double Agent concluded, Sam suddenly appears again after getting a tip that his daughter's death from the previous game was no accident. Now looking for answers, Sam doesn't know who to trust. All he knows is that he wants vengeance. The single-player story, while quite well written and entertaining, is quite shorter compared to the previous game in the series, lasting from 4 to 10 hours depending on the difficulty setting and skill level. In addition to the single-player story, there is also a co-op story mode that serves as a prequel to the main story, where you and a friend will play as 3rd Echelon Agent Archer and Voron Agent Kestrel. Splinter Cell has changed. Alarms and increased patrols are a thing of the past. Sam is on revenge, and he doesn't necessarily care about stealth, but there are some instances. In this installment, you'll find yourself flanking enemies using the last known position game mechanic. If spotted, you'll be marked at the location you were spotted at. You can use this opportunity to quickly slink to another position and take them out. There is also another vital part of the gameplay mechanics called Mark and Execute. Mark and Execute allows you to mark up to 4 enemies and take them all out at once with the press of a button. This sounds like a game killer, right? Well, here's the catch. In order to mark and execute an enemy, you must first fill up your mark meter by taking out an enemy with a melee attack. You will find various weapons to use in the game, all of which can be upgraded. Now, on the co-op side of things, stealth is more of a requirement to Archer and Kestrel, as they venture into places they shouldn't be, and fast cannot kill. Overall, I found the new gameplay mechanics to work well, and despite stealth not being the main focus, I found that you can be just as stealthy in this game as the previous ones if you want to be. I also thought that the weapon upgrade system was a good addition, but I think they could have done a little bit better, as there are only 3 upgrades for each weapon, not really having a bit of a variety. On top of the single player and co-op, there are another 4 modes. Hunter, a mode where you move from area to area trying to take out all the enemies as stealthy as possible. Last Stand, a mode where you will protect an item in a big room against waves of enemies. Infiltration, which is basically Hunter, but stealth is demanded, otherwise it's game over. And last but not least, Face Off, the only competitive multiplayer aspect in the game, where you must gain more points than your friend, and can even kill them to gain more points while decreasing theirs. I found all these modes to be enjoyable, and I even prefer the new Face Off mode to the old Spies vs Mercs mode. I however do think that they should add a patch to add maybe another 2 players into Face Off. A 4-player Face Off would be great. There's also a connection problem that I noticed within multiplayer, just in general. After a while of playing, say maybe an hour and a half of playing, you just lose connection with the person you're playing with, and you'll have to start another lobby up again. Which is quite a pain in the ass when you're playing co-op, because you're just about to finish the level and then it's like, you've lost connection. It's like, no! Splinter Cell Conviction uses the Unreal 2.5 engine that was used in Bioshock. Why they didn't use Unreal Engine 3 beats me. However, the game looks nice, but obviously isn't going to be nominated for the best looking game category. The way shaders are used is quite nice, and certainly adds to the atmosphere. After all, what kind of Splinter Cell game would this be if there wasn't light and darkness? Textures for characters are great, but up close they look a little fuzzy, especially when looking at hair. For building textures, they look almost as good as the characters, however there are some areas where they didn't put much detail into. But out of all the nitpicks I have with the graphics, the whole black and white scheme that they have going when you're in the shadows and fully concealed just didn't really do much for me. I find it takes away the, I don't know, it takes away the feeling out of the game. It doesn't feel like you're actually there, you know what I mean? Overall, I'd have to say that while Splinter Cell will never be the same, I find myself liking Conviction, and while the campaign is a blast and co-op is entertaining, the game is short. So therefore, it comes down to this. If you're a fan of the series, buy it. You won't be disappointed. But otherwise, it's definitely a rent. So that's the review, guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments, and I'll hope to catch you next time.